been to a lot of great restaurants through the years, and while many are now part of local history, their flavor and recipes live on. So join us now for a tasty blast from the past on a Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs Rewind. Kitchen Theater's rocking for a special Secrets of Louisville Chefs event. Tonight, 3 of Louisville's best are with us. Chef Anthony Lamas from Ceviche, John Castro from Sullivan University, and Josh Moore of Valari, all are ready to reveal their secrets to these tasty twists to Kentucky cooking. Local chorizo with spicy grits, the Not Brown, a far cry from the traditional hot brown, and Kentucky spice cake. It's a 3-for-all with 3 of Louisville's top chefs right now on Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live.
From Kitchen Theater at Sullivan University, this is Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live with your host, Kentucky's own Kevin Harnett, and America's Chief Entertaining Officer, Tim Laird.
All right, it's a great night to be in Kitchen Theater and a great night to be in Louisville because tonight, a special edition of Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. We have 3 of some of the greatest regional chefs in the area, and they're all from Louisville. I'm going to greet each guest with a fun cocktail. And our first guest is going to be Anthony Lamas, and I came up with a special one for him. It's basically what I call a whiskey lime sour. Just a little bit of bourbon, a little lime sour, shaken up with a little egg froth topper. So, without further ado, I'd like to bring out incredible chef Anthony Lamas from Ceviche Restaurant. Woo! Chef, how are you, buddy?
Good to see you, my friend.
Oh,
good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to be here. Well, first of all, what better way to start?
Chef Lamas, your personal cocktail from the test kitchen.
So, you had me at sour, you had me at lime, and then you had me at whiskey. So, you know.
All my 3 favorite ingredients, right?
Salud.
Salud.
Look at that foam, too.
I love that foam.
That little thing is awesome, yeah.
You use one of those in your restaurant, too, don't you? For different...
We'll make, like, lobster froth, foam. We'll do over a lobster bisque. We'll do a bourbon barrel soy lemon foam over our tuna. I'm going to keep this near me, if that's okay.
See,
okay.
we can tell he really likes it. Otherwise,
yeah,
he
no,
would say,
that is
that's
awesome.
Good, Tim. Here you
that
go.
Really
we'll
is.
put this
That's
over
awesome.
here. And,
well, welcome. I'm going to give you guys a taste of the South. We're going to start off, actually, some Weisenberger grits, some beautiful ground grits in Weisenberg, Kentucky.
Right around the corner.
And we're going to get that into, you want to use about 4 cups of water or stock to 1 cup of grits, especially when you're using these grits, and they're going to take a little while to cook. So as you see, I'm kind of just getting it all in there. Slowly, slowly. That's the thing, is you don't want it to clump up and you don't want it to stick. So I'm just going to get a little bit.
Again, that's why it's secrets. 4 to 1, but slowly.
Slowly, slowly. And then we're going to add, I'll add a little bit of the flavoring components here. A little chicken stock. Ooh. Okay. So, I counted that in as my liquid. I'm kind of like you. I can kind of...
Just by sight?
Yeah, just after a while. I mean,
you get used to it.
So, we have our chicken stock in there, and our grits are going, and we're just going to really leave that alone. There was a little butter and a little olive oil with that chicken stock. And we're going to make a chipotle bourbon orange glaze to go with this. We're going to strain all this and get it going. So we're going to do a little garlic, a little onion.
A rough chop there? You don't have
Just
to worry about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing, because we're going to strain all this. We're going to get all the flavors. Well, basically, we're going to puree it and then strain it. So it's really going to go in there. We're going to sweat this off a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of orange zest, as well as the orange juice. The zest is going to give you a lot more of the flavor, and it gives you those oils. And I always talk to my staff, if they're using their hands to squeeze juice, you squeeze juice, you're going like this, right? Oh, I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. No. Hold on. Get them together. Squeeze again. See how we're doing this and rubbing it together? Now we're getting the oils because we're rubbing them together. And this is where you're going to release the most flavor. And this is very important with my cuisine.
And you see that expensive juicer that he has?
Yeah.
Did you get that with those 2 hands?
Latinos, we use, our hands for a lot of things, I guess.
Look at that.
So we put a little lemon in there. Same thing. See all that extra juice? I mean, you usually go like this and you think you're done. Okay, done? No. See that? And now releasing all the oils.
That's good to know for my cocktails. I bet I've left a lot of juice behind.
It's like muddling.
Okay.
When you're muddling, you're releasing those oils.
Right.
And so we're just kind of rubbing it together, letting that all go together. Yeah. So we're going to add, here I have a little Worcestershire, a little tomato puree, And that's going to go right in. Okay. Just some tomatoes that are roasted and pureed.
Nice flavors happening.
Yep. And then we're going to just do some fresh tomato. As I said, this is all just rough. We're just kind of throwing this in there. Think of a stock or something. It's going to be a rough chop.
I like that. It's just chop
because
them
we're
up,
going
throw them in there.
to puree it all
Not
with a
worried.
little immersion blender. Those things are great. Just a little immersion blender, or you can put it right into your blender. So we have our tomato in there. We are going to add, let's see here, our chipotle chilies. Chipotle is a smoky, kind of wonderful chili. It's a jalapeno that has been smoked. So we're going to throw that in there just a little bit. Well, maybe just a little bit. Now we'll throw it all in there.
Put it all in there.
We're going to give you a little spice.
And by the way, here's another secret. You can use that in a great chili. So whatever your favorite chili is, use that as well, that ingredient.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Awesome.
So we're going to season that up a little bit. So
right.
we have the orange, chipotle, blah, blah, blah. And then we got to use some of this stuff here. This is Kentucky Southern tea or Kentucky brown water. I don't know. I've heard them all. So you want to taste your product.
Yeah,
This bourbon's good.
I'm with you, too. I'm going to join you.
Yeah. So that's good bourbon. So we're okay there. So we get that going. And basically, we're adding the bourbon in there to kind of cook that out a little bit. So we're going to let that simmer.
Let it settle down? All right.
Yeah, let it simmer. And then...
Don't forget to keep stirring your grits. Look at
Yeah,
that.
your grits. And I'm a low. And see, as you can see, they get real thick.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. And
Looking
how
great.
creamy and beautiful. Then we're going to throw in our local Kenny's Gouda cheese. So what we'll do is we'll take this poblano pepper. And poblano pepper is kind of a mild pepper. Since I have the chipotle in the sauce, we didn't want a lot of spice. So this is really, this is what they make chili rellenos out of, Anaheim chili or poblano. It's a mild chili. It's got a little bit of spice. We're going to throw that right in the grits. So
And those are stuffed, right? The chili rellenos?
Yes, chili rellenos are your stuffed roasted peppers or chilies. And you basically, that is a great way to roast. I mean, we're at the restaurant. That's how we do it. You can do them on the grill and everything. We do them on the burners. We're going to get our sausage.
I'm excited.
All
Plate
right.
up time.
We got our hot sausage here.
The chorizo's been in there?
Chorizo, yep.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that smelled so good.
Isn't that?
Oh. Oh, did you get some of that over there in the front row? Oh, even the back row, I think.
And this is going to be, when you have this, you guys are going to see it's really tender and good. I mean, we put love in this stuff.
All right.
What we've done is we have our nice grits. Okay. Oh, yeah, those are creamy. With some poblanos in it. We're going to just put that right on the plate. My food is rustic but flavorful. Okay. We like to play and do things, but we're going to put a little bit of grits right on there.
God,
See
look how
that nice and
beautiful that is.
creamy?
A
Yeah.
nice little shine on there.
Okay.
Oh.
This sauce here has been just bourbon, chipotle, garlic, Worcestershire, tomato, onions, seasonings. Think of like a bourbon barbecue, so to speak, but with orange zest and bourbon in it. Kind of adds a little glaze. We put a little demi-glace on there that we use, to make a kind of, I don't know, gravy, so to speak.
Yep. Which is a reduced stock, right?
Reduced stock.
Demi-glaze.
Yep. So we're going to take some of this.
So basically, that is this that's been immersed or
So here's the
emulsified
puree.
down.
Here's the
Pureed.
puree. It's not going to like be overwhelming. I mean, you have to be careful with chilies. So we have there a little bit of sauce. We're going to take our nice fresh chorizo and kind of lay that across like that. We're going to take a little bit of micro cilantro. And
Now,
what we're
with
gonna
the
do-
micro, that won't be as strong as like
it won't
the,
be as strong. Do it, make it good,
Oh.
leave it alone. And that's what we do. We have
That
our
looks awesome.
Red
Dave,
Hawk
hey,
Farms
doesn't that
chorizo.
look great? Oh! Wow! Chef, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure, my friend.
Special edition.
Good to see you. Thank
Awesome
you.
job.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, stay with us because we have two more great chefs coming up on a special edition of Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. Yes, the excitement continues. I can't wait to bring on our next chef. He's an incredible chef, well known in the city. Of course, if you have ever dined at Winston's here at Sullivan University, you know the chef. Even if you haven't dined here, you know the chef. Very famous John Castro is with us tonight. Now, I'm welcoming each chef with a traditional drink that's made for them. And as you know, John Castro has a brother, Joe Castro, that was at the Brown Hotel, and where they made famous the hot browns. And of course, with the sibling rivalry going on, I think this is what Chef's going to show us tonight. It's called a not brown. So in recognition of that, I've made a not a Hatton. So based on a traditional Manhattan recipe, basically this is Woodford Reserve bourbon. Instead of sweet vermouth, I put a little Tawaka liqueur in there, a little shake of chocolate bitters, and then the traditional garnish is a cherry. But since chocolate and the vanilla and the bourbon goes together, almost like a bourbon ball candy, that's my garnish. So anyway, without further ado, I'd like to welcome Chef John Castro. Hello, Chef.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. First things first, let me get you a, not a Hatton.
Thank you. So, you know, that makes it a little easier, right?
It does.
That's what they tell me anyway.
Cheers, Chef. Here's to you. Wow.
Very nice.
That's not a Manhattan.
No, but if we have too many of these,
Oh, I know.
have too much of that, I won't be able to cook, and I'm notorious for burning things. So.
We have a lot
Let's not go
and
there.
we have a lot of cooking to do.
Yeah, what I'm going to do, this is a dish that, you know, when you're in Louisville and your brother is cooking as well, it can be a real interesting day. So people would come to the restaurant, they'd say, do you have a hot brown? And I'm like, absolutely not. However, if you want to see my brother, see a real one, go to the Brown Hotel, and please have one down there. When the namesake is there, that's probably where you should go. It's my belief. So I used to send people down there. So in order to hit my brother with a velvet hammer, I decided that in order to do that and do it successfully, I'll have a not brown. So that's where this came from.
We're going to see the not brown right now.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
So what I did was I exchanged a few ingredients. Instead of turkey, I used seafood. So instead of the bread, I used fried green tomatoes, which made a lot of sense to me. Joe and I both, our mother is from Kentucky, and we learned a great deal of things from our mother. One thing big was, if you want dinner, go out and pick it. So we literally would go out and pick our dinner, which made a lot of sense to us. So we grew up with a lot of product that a lot of people, I'm afraid, didn't have privy to or don't now.
Sure.
So there are a lot of farmers markets and a lot of that stuff going on, but still, it made a lot of sense to us. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to saute some shrimp real simply. These are rock shrimp. Any shrimp will work. It just depends on really what it is you're trying to achieve. We do a little bit, this is identical to the one we do downstairs in the restaurant, but we also do a couple different versions. It's very popular, so we also do it as a half knot, so we do both. So you just want to saute those very simply. I'm going to add a little Mornay to this, and Mornay is basically cheese gravy. Yeah? That's what I like to tell people. You know, we all get caught up in what is really good, or what the name is and what that name is. And sometimes it's best just to break it down and make it very simple. So what I have here is the Mornay sauce. The cheeses that I choose to use in this are two, Gruyere and a little Parmesan.
Okay.
So I'm going to add a little salt and pepper to it. And I'll probably add a little more later. But then I'm going to add the crab meat. And the reason I do the shrimp first is because the shrimp is raw. Then I'm going to add the crab meat to this. And the crab, simply, you just want to heat it because it's already cooked. So
Well, that's good sized crab meat.
yeah,
Joe. I mean,
well,
that's
we try and keep it pretty healthy. You know, whether you like it or not, we're still in the South a little bit.
You're right, John.
So
we are in the South.
if you make it a little small, people are going to look kind of funny.
And this looks absolutely great.
Thanks.
I'll tell you, with that Mornay or the cheese sauce.
I've got a little more Gruyere, and I'm going to add a little of that. I can get the cheese will give it a little more body. I'm going to throw some spinach in just because, you know, we want to be healthy after all that cream sauce.
I like the balance.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
We're getting our greens in.
We're
on
having
this.
liquor, and then we're having, sure, why not? So there we go. So I'm going to simply wilt the spinach in here.
Very gently, it looks like.
Just wilt it down a little bit. And as you're wilting that down, just let it go for a second.
Oh.
Then we can start to build this. And I pre-cooked some shrimp for the top of it, so I'm going to show you that. But the first thing I'm going to do is put down the green tomato. And the green tomato, it goes down as the base instead of bread. So, but let me do this first, because I know you're all liking bacon. So the world is bacon.
Absolutely.
It's bacon-centric
We'll
right now.
take that.
So we'll put a little more bacon down for you.
Nice base. I'm telling you, we're starting off
Sure,
great.
so-
Oh, yeah.
One thing about bacon, we have some great bacon producers in this state, and I use one
we
called
do.
Father's Bacon, and it's pretty amazing. The flavor profile of it is really delicious. So it's kind of smoky. It's got a real nice
look
edge
at
to
that.
it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this in the center just to give it a little height. I'm going to put another tomato right on top.
Yes.
Then I'm going to pretty much flood the plate. Yeah?
There you go.
Yeah, we're not shy here, right?
No.
So good.
Kind of
So let's put
reminiscent
that
of the
down.
Ohio River.
Absolutely. We're going to give it a good goose of the sauce. Make sure that we get some some of the yumminess around it.
Wow. And can I get this anytime at
Absolutely. It's on the menu all the time, and believe me, we sell enough of them.
I was going to say, you probably can't take it off the
Yeah,
menu now,
no, it's one of those things that I really can't take off. I've taken it off. I tried to take it off once, and that didn't pan out well, so try not to do that again. Tomatoes, these typically, oops.
Wow. Talk about a top.
All right on top.
Oh, my God.
Because we like it big. And then we're going to put a little more bacon on it. Because,
of course we
again,
are. Yes, we are going to put a little more bacon on there.
You need a little more bacon. So, then we add a little more Gruyere, and then we actually throw it under the salamander, or we brown it. Yeah, fried green tomato.
How nice is that, gang? Woo! Awesome. Oh.
It's important.
Chef Castro, thank you for actually revealing the secrets to your incredible Not Brown. Stay with us, because coming up, another award-winning chef, and we are going to have some fun. So, for another special edition of Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. Yes! All right, welcome back to a special edition of Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. I'll tell you what, we're here for a star-studded event. You just saw John Castro make the incredible Not Brown. Now, I'm here with Mac. How are you, Mac?
I'm great.
Listen,
great.
You saw John Castro make that incredible Not Brown. Was that awesome?
It was.
Well, guess what? You get to taste this and tell us really how it is. If it's good,
right.
You got to let us know. So I see
it.
you have a fork ready to roll.
Let's do it.
All right, Mac. Look at that. I see you speared all the shrimp. Got some bacon in there. A couple of pieces of bacon. What do you think?
Great.
Oh. Hey, by the way, I noticed there was 2 forks, so usually I don't get a taste. You know, usually it's just, may I? Well, thank you, Mac. I appreciate that. I really did. So you're really saying good, right?
I'm saying the Not Brown takes the Hot Brown.
Oh!
I'm saying that.
The rivalry continues. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll tell you what, Mac. I think you're right. I love it. That is great.
Right. That is great.
Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I think they want me to take
Yes,
that.
you can.
Yeah.
That can be all yours. Look,
All right.
You can tell Mac likes it. He took the whole thing. Mac took the whole dish. Did you see that? He's not sharing with anybody else in the audience. Anyway, hey, I'll tell you what. It is a special edition. We're excited, and I'll tell you what, I am so excited with this next chef. In honor of Chef Joshua Moore, I'm bringing out a Woodford Double Oaked, very special bottle. It's been in 2 barrels, aged. And in his honor, just 1 ice cube. But it's a big ice cube, so it's not going to dilute itself. So with that, I'm going to bring on, from Valari, Chef Joshua Moore.
How are you, sir?
Hey, Chef. Good, man. Hey, let's get.
Hello, everyone.
Let's get tasting here.
Right.
It's Woodford Reserve Double
Good way
Oak.
to start the show.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Great way to start the show. Oh, what do you think?
Excellent.
I'm excited. What are we going to do tonight?
We are doing a classic Kentucky jam cake with black walnuts and local Kentucky Honey Farms black raspberry seedless preserves.
Ooh.
We're going to finish it with a cooked caramel frosting. We're going to start with all-purpose flour.
Very good.
Sugar. This recipe's great. You pretty much just mix your dry ingredients, mix your wet ingredients, combine the 2 in the oven. Simple, nothing to it. So we have baking soda, baking powder, ground cinnamon, ground allspice, ground cloves, and ground nutmeg.
Look how I can help. Chef, I've got a very important
I'll put
job
him
here.
right to work. And salt. We're also going to add our black walnuts to that. Thank you, sir.
Oh, there we go.
And we're going
That all
to
goes in.
whisk those dry ingredients together. And in our bowl, our wet ingredients, we have eggs. All the eggs we use at the restaurant are also local eggs. They actually come from my dad's farm in Shelbyville. A little bit of olive oil, applesauce. This really makes the cake really nice and moist.
Look at that.
Thanks, sir. Buttermilk. Vanilla extract.
I'm trying to keep up with you, Chef. I think this is a big job over here.
And the best part, the raspberry preserves.
Oh, look at that. That whole jar.
Yeah, two
Everything.
Cups, 2 cups.
Right? Hey, can I lick the spoon in the jar? This look. Oh, this is great. Beautiful color too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful cake when it's done, and the texture's wonderful. It stays very moist.
Very unique too, Chef. I mean, this is something. All right, look, my job again, Tim.
I'm going to pass it off.
So that gets all whisked up.
Yeah. And we're going to bake this in a bundt cake pan and batter.
I see why you use a big bowl for this, Chef. This is room to mix. I think that's the problem too. Is at home I start to mix these cakes and I don't have a big enough bowl. Start to whisk it, and all the ingredients are all over the kitchen. I think, Lori, is that right?
It's going to go in a 325-degree oven, about 45 to 50 minutes, just until a toothpick inserted in comes out clean. We'll bring out a baked, ready to go.
You faked the as seen on TV thing. We're supposed to put this in the oven, then reveal it. Oh. See, you all know the secrets now. It was already done. Anyway, so...
When you unmold it, just give it a good tap to loosen the cake from the sides. Sometimes they will have a tendency to stick because of all the raspberry preserves. If they do, just run a spatula or knife, something down the sides.
And that was good that you had the spray on there too, helps. And a good whack on the tabletop. Wow. Oh, look at that. Do you hear the revealing wow?
The wow.
Oh, it's like fireworks are going off.
All right. I'm going to start our icing over here.
What do you have in here, Chef? This looks fun.
In this pan, I've got brown sugar, unsalted butter, and heavy cream. We're gonna
my 3 favorite.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong. We're gonna bring that to a boil for about 2 minutes, and then whip that in the mixer with powdered sugar.
And that's gonna be our icing for the top.
Our caramel icing. Yes.
Oh.
We're gonna put this in our mixer with the paddle.
And then go right in, right? Just right off the stove.
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes later.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and add our powdered sugar.
Okay. Start off slowly. I learned this the hard way too. When you mess in the kitchen again. This doesn't take long to cream up, right?
No, not at all.
Gosh, that smells good.
Just waiting for all the lumps of powdered sugar to smooth out.
Oh. Now, for our viewers at home, we could probably use this on a couple of different desserts, right? This icing that you're doing, or just like that with the spoon.
It's one of my favorite icings. I love it. All right, we're gonna go straight on to our cake.
Oh. Oh. Yes. Oh.
You can see it's already starting to set up. Do a little creme anglaise, vanilla custard sauce, some raspberry coulis.
Look at that. Beautiful. Edible flower. Mm-hmm. Orchid.
Mm-hmm. Edible orchid.
Fresh raspberries, blackberries, blueberry. All the berries are here. Again, Chef Joshua Moore, 4-star chef. Awesome. What a way to end the show, gang. What do you think? That is incredible. All right, I'll tell you what. That'll do it for a very special edition of Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live. I'm Tim Laird, and we'll see you next time.
Secrets of Louisville Chefs Live is recorded in front of a live studio audience.